Welcome to the very first week of 2024. So, as we step into the dawn of the new year, I hope this message finds you full of hope, inspiration, and this year, a sprinkle of the magic that 2024 brings into our lives. We enter the week of January 1st to the 7th, a time when resolutions are made, goals are set, the energy of new possibilities is in the air. Whether you're diving headfirst into ambitious plans or savoring quiet moments of reflection, know that the universe is aligning to support your journey. As we begin to embrace the energies of the first week, let's carry the momentum of fresh starts, the optimism of new beginnings. This is your canvas to paint with intentions and dreams and desires and goals. A cosmic invitation to create and shape the chapters of your unfolding story. I'm truly grateful to have you here, sharing in this cosmic adventure. So let's navigate the celestial currents and explore the insights for the week, and infuse these first days of the year with positivity and purpose. So stay tuned as we go to the cards to unravel the threads from January 1st through to the 7th. I'm excited to share my insights, offer guidance, and be a part of your journey into this bright new year. Wishing you love and joy in a week filled with magic. So let's make it an amazing 2024. And now for your personal tarot, sun, moon, or rising sign focus. I'll see you there. Welcome, Virgo. This is your weekly focus. January the 1st through to the 7th, 2024. I almost said 23. That'd be the first for all the videos. I thought I'd mess up sooner than later. Let's just dive right into the cards, shall we? Okay, Virgo. Let's find out what our underlying energy is for the week ahead. It is a change of perception. We see things through a different lens. We understand where we can go forward, where before we thought we couldn't. That we were being pushed back or bound to certain responsibilities or obligations that wouldn't let us have the freedom or the liberation we needed in order to go forward. Maybe it was time, maybe it was energy, maybe it's resources. But we've come to see now that there is definitely a way forward that we hadn't perceived before. We were blinded in some way. Maybe it was through our understanding, our beliefs, our values. Maybe it was what we were told, so we just carved it into stone. Whatever it might be, we understand now that it was a falsehood we were living by. We know a way forward now. We have a new understanding, a new perspective. In this card, we are blindfolded and we are surrounded in a cage of swords. When we realize that our hands are free and we remove the blindfold, we see that we could have went forward at any time. But the information wasn't ours to have until this week, this moment in time. So you might find something. It could be a simple couple of words actually dropped at the right time that just opens you up to a whole new realization of what can manifest in your life going forward. Our first card is the Eight of Cups. Well, we want to move forward, don't we? But we don't want to give up the things that we love, the things that we cherish. It's hard. It's hard to step into the unknown, take a risk on ourselves, try something new, go on exploration. But we do have to move away from certain things in order to allow new things space to grow and mature in our lives. This doesn't mean that it leaves our lives necessarily, but it does change in our priorities of where it falls, of the relationship we have with that. So it'd be equivalent to you work on the second floor and you love everybody on the second floor. You've been there for 5 years now. You've grown relationships. You know each other's kids and what they're doing and the spouses and now you want that promotion and you're going to get that promotion. But if you take that promotion, then you have to leave the second floor. You really don't want to leave your friends. I mean, they've been your work colleagues for 5 years. Or you're just leaving home for the first time ever. You know, you don't want to leave mom and dad. You don't want to leave the fact that the fridge was always full and the laundry was always done, and when I turned on the light switch, the lights came on. We don't want to leave that, but we do want the adventure and the independence and making our own schedule. And so yeah, there's a little bit of anticipation in what we're stepping into, but there's also that kind of anxiety that creeps in of what ifs, right? So we get this kind of worry, we get this kind of concern that life won't be the same. Well, we come to find out that we can go back to mom and dad's and do our laundry whenever we want. And, if there's anything in the fridge worth taking, it's ours. And so we understand that it really doesn't disappear from our lives, but it does change in the relationship in our lives. Okay? We can always go back down to the second floor and say, hey, right? We can always do things with them. We just don't work together anymore. So you're looking out towards the tomorrows, but they're trying to get a certain word through to me, and it's not working, and I get anticipation because I'm the positive person, but it does start with an A, and it is a negative word. It's something how we're pulling back. We're hesitant to take that step. We're hesitant to try the new experience or go into the unknown because we know that what we have is pretty good. Does that make sense? Okay. We have the Strength card. This is the frequent flyer, I tell you. It's been in almost every reading. So regardless if this is your sun, your moon, your rising, chances are you've gotten this card somewhere along the lines already. Where it showed up is something completely different because it's been showing up all around the board for different signs. So this one, it's in our second position of our three main cards, giving us the energy for the week. And this is about loving unconditionally, perhaps. Maybe it's our relationships. It could be about... it's tapping into your strength in some way. It's tapping into your courage in some way. It's asking you to walk with a sense of integrity for some reason. It's a do unto others as you would have done to you kind of energy, obviously, right? We don't mean the lion any harm, and therefore the lion doesn't harm us either. Because we have that unconditional love, that trust. Maybe we're growing trust. Maybe we have to look towards trusting people in our lives. Maybe the trust has been broken and now we have to walk with a sense of integrity going forward. We can't badmouth them all around town. We just have to walk with a sense of integrity and expect people to believe our story. And, if they don't, well, people of integrity, let time prove them right. So... but it's not getting underhanded or anything in your dealings in order to get the desired results, to achieve the desired results. That gives me food for thought. We'll see what else comes up. When we have the King of Swords, we want to go forward. We want to, we have an image in our head, so that's something that we want to do. It's something that we really want to create. Maybe we want to... maybe we're talking about moving homes or redecorating or changing up the layout or downsizing or upsizing but whatever comes to be, once you've made the plan in your head, there's not going to be many people that are going to be able to dissuade you from going forward in your plans. If they have useful and positive criticism, you may listen. But the rest of them, you feel very strong in where you're going, what you're doing. You have a vision of your tomorrow. Now, it could be a very foggy one, or it could be very intensely crisp and clean. I would lean more towards you're actually seeing it, you're getting the clarity, you're getting the understanding of what it will look like if you step into that path. Now that could be a path of relationships, of work and career, or spirituality, your health and well-being. We haven't gotten that far in the reading yet. But you get this focus, you get this attention on a goal, a dream, a desire, and this could be, it's a challenge, it's a something that you really want to, you desire, you really want to step into this. And maybe a little bit of positive criticism. You'll humor that, but besides that, I think your mind will be made up when you make this decision. There's no taking off course for that. Work and career. Expand your horizons. There is so much more out there that you don't even understand or know yet about where you're going when it comes to work and career. This could also be the stature in your community and your home and family. So you may, if you're looking at stature, you might start getting invites for, hey, we could use an extra hand at this. You mind helping out over here? Hey, how about you come to our meeting and check us out? These kinds of things might be coming into play for you. Absolutely. If you're looking for a job, well, expand your horizons to a little bit more than what you've done in the past and what you already know. I mean, you don't really have to know everything in order to apply for the job. You will learn some of it on the job. You have to have an understanding, of course. I wouldn't want to be an airplane maintenance guy because and probably crash and burn if I touched it because I know nothing about it. But if I had, a lot of, life experience even. I didn't have a diploma to back me up, but boy, I could rock their world if you just gave me the chance. Those kinds of things, you're limiting yourself to maybe the degree you hold or the profession you've always been in, or, it's time for expansion. It's a time for understanding the possibilities that can be in your life, the potential that you could unleash if you were doing exactly what you should be doing. It honors your talents, it honors your abilities, it honors the unique you, it fits in with your values, your strengths. And I get this, you have to expand this horizon a little bit more. You have to look kind of in the shadows and in the corners to see what else is available. You might find a little offshoot that it's perfect. It's like it was made for you kind of stuff. So whether you're looking for a job or, even in the place that you work now, right? Look for the expansion of opportunity and what that opportunity looks like, what's included in it. There might be, there could be a million and one experiences. It could be a work from home thing. You never knew until you asked. If you're looking for opportunities, I think there's more there than you are applying for. Your ship will be coming in. Absolutely. When that ship arrives, oh my gosh, the bountiful treasure trove that it carries in its bellows is just amazing. So, it's about expansion. It's about expansion in what you do, in who you are, in your stature in the community, growing your job, your career. Maybe it's a business that you a self proprietorship. You're an entrepreneur. Oh my gosh, can't believe that was so hard to come out. But you're limiting yourself in some way to the possibilities. You need to really open up to the possibilities of what can be. And for each and every one of you, it'll be something a little bit different and unique, of course, fitting you. So I can't even begin to list them all. So look for the expansion. Look for how you can. It's like a stretch. It's not a jump up. It's a stretch into what you already do or where your talents and abilities are already. There's a stretch. I can't explain. It's clear as mud, right? Okay, let's go to relationships. Love and relationships. We have the King of Wands. King of Wands is, get out there and have a little bit of fun. Absolutely. Don't try and do the romantic dinner and there's rose petals leading to the bedroom and the candles are in these beautiful candle holders given to you, passed down from your great grandmother or something, and it's all the best china and there's 2 forks and 2 spoons and 5 knives and you got all the plates and the platters and the bowls, even though you don't need it because it makes the table look that much more perfect. You don't need perfect, okay? And if you're trying for perfect, chances are you're probably going to crash and burn in any kind of plan. It has to be a little bit more spontaneous. Of course, there has to be some kind of outline in your mind of what the evening's going to look like or the day's going to look like or the date's going to to look like, or whatever it might be. If you're single, it's just getting out there and enjoying. It's just getting out there and enjoying and having a good time and experiencing the moment. And then if, afterwards you can think, well, maybe I want to go on a second date with that person, or a third date, or, maybe I should text them, maybe I should phone them, kind of thing. But that's after. You're not thinking of that during. It's just being in the moment. Now, if you're in a relationship, this is about kind of creating a little bit of happiness and joy and romance, harmony and beauty within the relationship. And don't overthink it. Keep it simple. Okay? Keep it simple, and just, get kind of like a sketch in your mind, and then start rolling it out. And don't have the details so perfect, picture perfect, that something's likely to go wrong, because those kind of dreams won't be honored by you this week. So, you're planning on spending an evening home with your significant other, and you want to make the evening a little bit more interesting, so you thought maybe you could do this. Well, that's enough thinking. Okay, so now start implementing. Okay, well, maybe I could add this to it. Okay, well, now implement that. But don't put too much effort and energy in it, because that is almost the opposite of what you want as the result of the evening. If you're dating, just get out there and have some fun. And in your relationships as a whole, just get out there and have some fun. How about bowling? Let's go bowling. And there's no more than bowling, but bowling turns out to be fantastic. And then you met these people that you guys knew like 10 years ago. You haven't seen them, and then you're like, bowling all together in the same lane, and you decide to go out and have something to eat. And then you have dinner, and then, hey, let's go and dance. And the whole night turns out wonderful because you said, let's go bowling. And you didn't try to redefine every single moment of the evening, right? And so because you left it to, we can go with the flow and see what happens and adjust the sails as needed, that's the experience you want. Spirituality, look at this. You have the High Priestess for spirituality. I say no more. Okay, this is the mystic within you, screaming at you as loud as they can to look within, to see the magic that lays within you. Of course, when the counterpart to the magician, the High Priestess, shows up, you know that magic is around you. Absolutely. But when the High Priestess shows up, it's about spending time in meditation, spending time in prayer, in silence, in solitude, going on a walk through nature, down a beach, and just turning it within and seeing your talents, your abilities, the unique you, the magic that is your birthright. And start to understand how you're going to bring that magic out and utilize it on a full-time basis. Maybe it's aligning a job to, your talents, your abilities, so that you can shine. Maybe it's what you do within the relationship that's so special. But those kinds of things start coming out as you look within, as you see the beautiful miracle that you truly are. Health and well-being, the World card. You're changing routine, changing what you do on a day in, day out basis, wanting more joy or laughter in your life, trying to join a team or some kind of fitness program. But there's some things that you need to complete first before you actually go forward. And if you don't complete some of these things, it's going to wreak havoc on your stress levels, okay? Because you haven't done it. And you know that while you're out and you're doing this, you should be at home finishing that. So get it off your plate, for goodness sakes, okay? Because it's going to pull you down. And it's like you're going into a new path here. Maybe it's in order to bring more happiness and joy into your life. Maybe you haven't been feeling very creative. Maybe you figure it's because of your lack of energy or your eating habits, or maybe you haven't been getting enough sleep. But, and so looking at what challenges are in front of you and how to proactively make a decision in order to change. It's kind of like that. Like, it's like, I'm supposed to be doing this, but I've been Netflix binging for the last week, and I haven't even opened up the office door or something like that, you know. And now it's like, okay, we're opening up that office door, but now when we go in, we're doing this. We're going to, you know, and bring those successes closer even faster. But it's time to maybe, you know, kill your subscription to Netflix for a while until you can self discipline yourself to do the same. Okay. Circle of Doors Tarot. This deck is pretty amazing, I'll tell you. Cannot tell you the amount of readings. If I bring this one in, it just picks the card that kind of describes exactly what I've said throughout the reading. The Ace of Knives, knowledge. The Ace of Knights, knowledge. Let's see. I thought we had that. That must have been the last reading. Okay. I think since I've had this deck out, though, this is the first ace I've pulled since I've been using it. So, my word was my beginning, crying out in the dark for understanding, for connection. With my first breath came the light. Darkness transformed into infinite stories. The truth at the end of all truths is all things united as one, the world as a perfect whole. But the blade of the mind cuts the world into pieces so that we might experience the joy of growth and change. Our words and ideas trace the paths of our evolution, reveling in the divine pleasure of evermore learning and understanding. Your mind is a powerful tool and a dangerous weapon, always ready to know more, to produce an endless parade of concepts, theories, and interpretation. You must keep your mind sharp, fresh, and open, but you must also remember that labels fall away short of the whole reality to which they point. So how do you keep your thinking flexible and adaptable? Where do you capture all your good ideas? What happens when you keep your mind anchored into the cutting edge of the present moment? Your affirmations for this week is my mind is more powerful than I could ever imagine. I get my best ideas when I remove all distractions. I'm capable of thinking brand new thoughts. I am a master of language. So maybe you're talking a lot this week as well. Okay, so I also have, I'll hold the box up. It's the easiest way for you to find it if you're out there looking for it. Power of Thought cards by Louise Hay. And I'm just going to fan them out. So let me get them here so I can fan them out. I promise I'm not going to look. And we'll see what card calls to me. This one. I am willing to change. I am willing to release old negative beliefs. They are only thoughts that stand in my way. My new thoughts are positive and fulfilling. So, of course, I cheated, right? So, beautiful card for you. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.